Jack Williams here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Wednesday. I just want to go live on Insta and Facebook just to talk about unshakable confidence. Something that I was learning about the other day on a course that I was doing, and I thought I learned a lot of key details. I was like, right, I'm going to take notes on this and I'm going to try and teach this. And I just want to add, by the way, first and foremost, I can see people popping on. 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. Love it. Let us know where you're tuning in from, guys, and that you can hear me okay. So first of all, massive disclaimer, I don't have unshakable confidence. I've always been, it may not seem that way, by the way, but I've always actually been quite an introverted person. For those who don't know what I mean, I'm quite a shy person, especially around big groups. Like that really is challenging for me. However, when it comes to things like social media, I actually don't mind. At first, I was quite scared to do anything like this, but through time, I've just got a lot better at it. But this, for me, is something that I'm quite comfortable with. However, when I went to an event a few weeks ago, what you've got to remember is I work from home, and we haven't had an event for nearly 2 years. So we had our first event a couple of years ago. It's Wednesday. I've got the day wrong. We had an event a couple of weeks ago, and it was so difficult for me. I was just massive, like going back to school again. Really, really scared. Definitely not someone with unshakable confidence. However, I took a lot of detail and a lot of great notes from this training, and I thought, let me go and talk about this and share it and be just vulnerable and be honest, as someone who hasn't got unshakable confidence, but as someone who has really struggled with my own confidence in the past, and what I've done that's really, really helped me. I can see the comments coming in. Love it. So, by the way, maybe comment on, out of 10, where your confidence would be. 1 being not very confident, 10 being super confident. And by the way, you might have different confidence in different areas. Some people they turn up on a football pitch in front of 70,000 people and they are unbelievable, but then you meet them back at the stadium and they've got to do an interview and they can't do it. So everyone's got different areas of confidence, right? But maybe general, try and comment where you are. But basically, this is really, really important as well. But my journey really started when I was about 15. I was really underweight, really skinny, and I basically wanted to put on some weight. I wanted to put on some muscle, so I illegally joined the gym. The gym was like, you need to be at least 16, and I wasn't 16, but I said I was 16 and they let me in. And I started going to gym, and I started to really enjoy the feeling of going to the gym. So I made the decision that was what I was going to do, and that through time really helped me with my confidence, and that's why I now work predominantly now in the industry that I do, because I love helping people transform mentally through exercise and through looking after themselves through good nutrition. So that for me is big, because that's where it really, really helped me. So let me get back to my notes before I lose track of what I was going to say. Okay, every decision you make either helps your confidence or hurts it. So think to yourself, what are you doing daily for your confidence? It's either helping you or hurting your confidence. So whether it be going to the gym or not, a lot of my stuff is the same, by the way, that I speak about. I think I'm repeating myself over and over again. The meal you eat, the bad meal, the good meal, the people you surround yourself with. This is the biggest one, I think. The people you surround yourself with, they can make you play small in your own life, or they can encourage you to have bigger aspirations, to go and do bigger and better things with your life. So that's a really big one. Make sure you're not around people that make you feel less confident. That's definitely a big one for me. When I'm around people who encourage me, definitely helps me a lot with my own confidence. When I'm around people that don't, it definitely doesn't. So just ask yourself, who are you around and what is that doing to you? Great training that is on YouTube, I think, from Jim Rohn, The Power of Association. So big. Okay, protect your mental state of mind. It's another thing that I took down. Opposite of confidence is comparison. So if you're constantly comparing yourself, especially with social media right now, this is a dangerous game, especially right now. You might watch this Facebook or Instagram live and be like, oh, Jack's got maybe a lot of confidence to do this, but the reality is you don't even know. Like, you don't know that person's story, you don't know that person's background. I literally have to psych myself up to go and do these lives, but my goal is just to add value. My goal is to connect with people, and it's through a phone. This is why I'm super grateful for these times and for the ability that you can, what social media offers for people to be able to go and connect with other people who have like-minded ideas. But for me, I get tons of value from watching people on social media who are inspirations to me. However, it can be a trap where you can look at them and think, oh, their life is perfect and mine isn't. And that comparison then can become quite negative. So just make sure that the people that you are following are authentic, they're genuine, they align with your values. Whereas if you're constantly following people who just share maybe not the truth, and maybe just they share a highlight reel, which is what most people share on social media, and then you can look at it and be like, well, when I wake up in the morning, I don't look like that. And it's so true, but so does that person. They don't wake up like that either, but they then go and make themselves look a certain way to put on a front. So just play the game with social media, because comparison can be a big one. But just remember, everyone is on their own journey, and the key is just to listen to the details in their story if they're going to share it, right? Because the story always reveals everything. I shared this actually on my post earlier today. By the way, I'm looking at my notes so you can see. The only person you should compare yourself with is the person who you was yesterday. And this is really important. Don't compare yourself to other people. Just compare yourself to who you were yesterday. See inspiration in other people, by the way. That move you in a positive way. But really, the only person you should compare yourself with is who you were yesterday. When it comes to climbing the mountain, the only goal today is to climb the mountain higher than you climbed it yesterday. So you're always making progress, but you're not comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing yourself to where you was yesterday. And this is such a trap as well. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Their story is different. Their goals are different. Their life circumstances are different. So just stay in your own lane. Be clear on your vision. Don't get distracted by anything else. And understand what it is that you're trying to do, and understand that every decision you make is either hurting or helping your confidence. So this is why it's key just to eliminate all of those distractions really in going after what you want. And it comes back to the decision train that I spoke about on Monday's live. Don't do things based on your feelings. Do them based on your decisions. Do them based on what you decide you want. Then take your action. And by the way, that's key in developing your confidence. Whereas if you do things based on your feelings, you often don't do anything. You often stay stuck. You often choose things based on the instant reward that you can get from it. That hit of dopamine that you can get from the instant gratifying thing. Whereas, like I've shared before, if you do easy things all of the time, your life will get difficult. Whereas if you do difficult things more, they will build your confidence and your self-esteem. And in time, with the compound effect, your life will get easy. So do easy things all the time, life will get hard. Do hard things quite a lot, difficult things that challenge you, your life will become easy. It's like when you get paid. It's easy to go and spend all the money. It's really easy to go and spend all the money, right? Most people do this. They get paid, they feel rich for about 3 days, they spend all their money. I've done this many, many times. Or do you do the difficult thing and you go and learn how to invest it to have your money multiply and work for you? That's the difficult thing. The easy thing is to get the money that you earn and spend it straight away. The difficult thing is to get the money that you earn and invest it in a vehicle but basically invest that money into an asset that pays you longer through time. That's what could build potentially generational wealth. Difficult thing to do, but doing that for 10 years makes your life easy. Whereas when you keep getting paid and keep spending it on liabilities, your life becomes difficult because you can accumulate debt, you accumulate a high lifestyle that then creates a demand of a certain income that basically reduces and it creates limitations in your life. So hopefully that makes sense. I used it as a money term because a lot of people I think are going through this. And right now the wealth gap is getting bigger and bigger. More and more money is constantly being printed, and it's going into the hands of the people who know how to get it. That's the reality. So the wealth gap is getting bigger. So having being really careful with what you do, and what I always recommend, and what I've learned in my own journey from lots of bad experiences with my own money, is just to live below your means and learn how to invest your money, because it makes a massive difference. I've got a few more things that I wanted to share. In fact, one thing. When you do the things you don't feel like doing, your confidence explodes. So that comes back to what I was saying before. Like this morning, my alarm went off at 4:45. What did I feel like doing? Snoozing it or turn it off. I was like, nah, not getting up. But I was like, no, come on. It's time to get up, right? Go into the bathroom, do my thing, come downstairs, read my book. The easy thing to do is not to wake up then. The easy thing to do is to ignore it, carry on with the day, right? But that wouldn't build my confidence. What built my confidence is saying yes to the alarm. Like, I'm getting up, I'm going downstairs, I'm going to read my book, I'm going to go for my workout, I'm going to have my healthy breakfast, I'm going to write my goals down, I'm going to write down things that I'm grateful for, I'm going to attack the day. That little decision started off a train of things that can increase my confidence. Now, by doing that over and over and over and over again, and doing the things that I say that I'm going to do, like, you can say you're going to do things when you're motivated, but it doesn't matter. When you're not motivated, do you do them? That's the times where you increase your confidence. It's so easy to say, yeah, I'm going to do that when you're motivated, but motivation doesn't last very long. It fades very quickly. What then needs to be clear are your reasons why you want to do those things, and what your ability is to do them over and over and over again when you don't have the motivation. That's the key detail. When you don't feel like it, when you do it anyway, that's what matters most, is creating that train and that consistency chain through doing what you don't feel like doing, but you know you should do, because that's in alignment with your identity of the goals and the life and the results that you want to create. Hope this makes sense, guys. I just wanted to go live just for a little bit. Basically, I just made myself some porridge, and I wanted it to go cool. Who makes their porridge, by the way, in a big pot like this? I just find it easier to make. So I'm going to eat this now, guys, but hopefully that's brought some value. Please do ask any questions. I will share this on both my Facebook and my Insta. I might try and see if I can share it on my podcast somehow as well. But thanks as well, by the way, for all of the amazing feedback on the podcast so far. I really, really appreciate it, and all the content. I appreciate you guys. But remember, do the things that you don't feel like doing, and in time, your confidence will compound. And maybe one last thing that I could recommend while I'm on this is read a book called The Compound Effect. It was a massive game changer for me when I read this about 4 years ago. Helped massively. Great book, really short, by Darren Hardy. So good. So, happy Wednesday. I got the day wrong at the beginning of this. Happy Wednesday, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Speak soon. Bye-bye.